If you want to build muscle more efficiently, it's not just about lifting heavy or getting a pump. Science shows us that hypertrophy training using time under tension and proper rest times and strategic rep ranges are all key in maximizing muscle growth, but most people are still training wrong. Today, we're breaking down the science of hypertrophy training, how to optimize time under tension, what rep ranges actually work for optimal growth, and how to structure your sets for maximum growth. Hypertrophy is the process of increasing muscle fiber size, which is different from just getting stronger. Strength training focuses on the neural adaptations, while hypertrophy aims to train the actual muscle size. This is achieved through three primary mechanisms. And before I go on, I do want to say, this does not mean you won't get stronger if you get bigger. They go hand in hand, but you can focus on which one is your primary goal. Mechanical tension comes from lifting heavy with proper form. Metabolic stress, also known as the pump, the blood flow, when muscles are under sustained contractions, leading to cell swelling. And lastly, muscle damage occurs when we create small tears in the muscle fibers that repair and grow bigger over time. So when you use all three of those in the best way possible, you can maximize your results and make way more progress. You also have to eat and recover correctly, because if you're not doing that, the training in the gym won't do you hardly any good. One of the biggest myths is that you have to lift your max weight to grow muscle. In reality, progressive overload, gradually increasing weight, reps, or control is key. People often think doing endless reps leads to more muscle, but the truth is, training close to failure in the optimal rep range is what stimulates the most growth. And we'll get to what that optimal rep range is in a minute. TUT refers to time under tension, is how long a muscle is under tension during a set. Research shows that an optimal range for hypertrophy is 30 to 60 seconds per set. So that means if your reps are too fast, you might be missing out on some potential growth. Slowing down the eccentric, or the lowering portion of your rep, to about 3 to 4 seconds increases muscle tension, and the results are greater for hypertrophy goals. Pausing at the peak of the movement, like at the top of a bicep curl, enhances the muscle fiber recruitment. It'll give you that great pump and a tighter contraction. Momentum shifts the load off your muscles instead of focusing on controlled reps and feeling the muscle work. So avoid using momentum in any of your reps and focus on a controlled, steady rep. Science confirms that 6 to 12 reps is the sweet spot for hypertrophy. Lower reps are more for the strength, while higher reps mainly improve endurance and, obviously, like we said, hypertrophy, putting on size. And to maximize growth, train at an RPE, rate of perceived exertion. This one's a hot topic for a lot of people. You know, they argue about the terms of what it means. But rate of perceived exertion, we're going to dive into that for a minute here. This is on a scale of 10. And for hypertrophy training, the sweet spot is between 7 and 9, meaning you leave when you think you only have about 1 to 3 reps before complete failure. Best way to find out what that is to actually go to failure on a lot of movements, and then, training forward, you kind of have a better ballpark of where you should be at. 1 rep maxes mainly tax the nervous system rather than promote the hypertrophy growth. Regular maxing out isn't ideal for muscle growth, but it will increase strength. To build muscle, you want to focus on progressive overload, keep your reps controlled, ensure proper recovery, avoid maxing out too frequently, and make sleep and nutrition a priority. I cannot focus on this enough. If you are not sleeping 7 to 9 hours a night, you are missing out on growth. You are wasting time in the gym if you're not sleeping properly and fueling yourself properly. I'm not saying you won't see results in the gym, but there are results. There is muscle being left on the table if you're not sleeping right. If you're not sleeping that 7 to 9 hour sweet spot for recovery. So don't think just you're working out that you can replace a bad diet and poor sleep schedule and still be in good health. There's supplements you can take to help with sleep. I don't like melatonin because your body builds up a tolerance to it, and then you need more and it stops working. But your body produces melatonin, and there's things you can do to produce more melatonin naturally. Get your circadian rhythm lined up. Go outside, get some sunlight as soon as you wake up in the morning. Go on a walk right after breakfast. You're going to get steps in, and it'll double with getting sunlight. You know, it'll tell your body, it's like your alarm clock. It's like, oh, this is morning. So it'll start telling your body to go to sleep, wind down when you're getting ready for bed. Also, limit your caffeine consumption throughout the day. A lot of gym bros, you know, they go energy drinks in the morning, pre-workout before they work out, energy drink throughout the day, at least 5 hours before you go to bed. Have no caffeine intake 5 hours before you go to bed, because that will keep you up, give you poor quality of sleep if you can go to sleep at all, and your body won't recover. And then for the nutrition side of it, yes, it's calories in, calories out. That part is simple if you're tracking your calories and you know your base metabolic rate. You can go get an in-body scan for like $10 at most gyms, and it'll tell you a good estimate of what your body burns for calories, like per day resting. Your base metabolic rate is just what you need daily to maintain what you have, maintain the muscle mass you have, which that also needs high protein. If you're not getting enough protein in, you're not able to build as much muscle. And if you have a really bad diet, then you'll actually be losing muscle. Even while you're working out, it is possible to lose muscle if you're not getting enough protein in. Make sure you're getting 0.7 to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. That's just a good rule across the board. If you're trying to lose weight, it would be better to aim at your goal weight and then set 0.7 to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight for that goal weight. If you have to lose 50 pounds, you know, because you kind of can be overloading protein if you have a lot of excess fat that you're trying to burn off. It's not going to hurt you, but it's just unnecessary. I'll jump more into calorie deficits, macros, and a full nutrition video later. So make sure to subscribe so you don't miss that one. And we will talk about sleep schedule and how to improve quality of sleep on another video as well.